Mohanbhai.
Hey, bro.
Kia ora, kia ora.
Kia ora, bro.
Kia ora. What is... Okay, nice. Here we go. What kind of drink you got there, Tarun?
It's a Barocca. I don't normally drink fizzy drinks. But
Yeah.
now the world might end. I'm thinking, let's just live up large.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second episode of Comedian Catch Up. This is the episode that they said would never happen, and now it's happening. And joining me, ladies and gentlemen, on the second episode, my two faves on the lockdown comedy circuit. It's Tarun Mohanbhai and Cohen Holloway, everybody. Hello,
Hey,
boys.
man. How are you?
Good. Thanks very much for joining us, boys. Just for those of you, obviously, big fans of the show already, I'm going to go through, the memes of the week. Was sent in by Jenny Dempsey, which was the screaming, I guess it was like marsupial or something like that, into the distance. I'll put that up. In the video, and also there was a fantastic one sent in by James Livingston about Tiger King and Blink 182, which I'll put up now as well. So anyway, let's and if you like the show, comment and put in your favorite memes, and if I like your meme of the week, we'll give you a mention in the next episode. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time now to catch up with our comedians. So Cohen Holloway, I'm going to go to you first. Cohen, what are we, day 14 in lockdown?
Pretty good. The first, I think, I've never done jail time before, but it's kind of scared me now.
Yeah.
Like I'd always say people who are in home detention, I was like, how easy? Home detention's so easy.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather go to jail just so I can talk to other people,
Yeah.
It's tough, man. The first 3 days was real tough, and then it's just kind of, it hasn't even flown by. It's just been tough. It's been horrible.
Mate, and Mohanbhai, how have you been self-isolating, my friend? Because you are actually literally self-isolating. You're by yourself.
Yeah, I'm by myself.
I was going to ask you, what's your daily menu? What's for breakfast at Mohanbhai's?
Well, I normally have some pretty good cereal with cinnamon, which is good. And then I'm going to run short of that soon. And then I'm going to have to crack into my breakfast might have to be crumpets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I run out of that...
With cinnamon?
With
cinnamon.
No, with chili jam, or
nice.
sometimes cheese and Marmite. Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the story this week in the papers that they're trying to get people to not have driveway parties at the end of their driveways, because people are flouting that 2 meter distance rule. So they're basically going to the end of their driveways and having a few beers and chatting with their neighbours, and they're wanting people to stop that. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah.
It's weird because you think about it. You're at the end of the driveway. You're drinking quite a lot. You're pretty hammered. 2 meters. No one knows what 2 meters is. Like, imagine you get so inebriated, you come home with a girl and you're not even sure, or a guy or whatever. You just come home with someone and they're not to your liking.
Yeah.
And you've obviously dropped standards, a lot because you're inebriated.
What?
Do you think, when you drop standards for yourself? I mean, at the end of the day, somebody is attracted to somebody, but everyone has a level, and when you have enough alcohol, that level changes. Do you think that's gonna obviously happen when you're at the end of a driveway? You're gonna start drinking, and all of a sudden, you're not 2 meters away. You're like 2 centimeters inside, and you're like, whoa, how did this happen?
Wow.
I mean, that's 6 beers deep. You don't even know who you're married to at that point.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like, Cohen, you've had one of these driveway parties. Was that your idea?
I get confused because I didn't know if it was a driveway party or get the clap at 7 at the end of the driveway. So I got really confused and didn't do either.
That kind of leads me into my next one. I don't know if you guys seen this, but it's our health minister, Dr. David Clark. He's been demoted, and he's offered his resignation after he went to a trip to the beach during lockdown. So he took his family in the car and took his bike and It was about 20 kilometers from his home, and he went to the Doctor's Point Beach for a walk, which is aptly named. And he's been in trouble, and Jacinda said, well, normally you'd be fired, but because we're in the middle of a pandemic and we kind of need you, you've still got your job, but you're basically, you're on your last leg.
Well, the thing was, I don't mind, like, if you're going to commit a crime, which basically he's done now, we're in lockdown. So the crime to drive to a mountain bike track, and go for a sneaky bike ride. And I'm like, dude, it was only 2.5 kilometers from your house. How lazy can you be? Make that part of your ride. And here's a tip for beginners. Don't drive there in the van that has your name and your face on it. It's the only van in the car park.
I heard he was there with the local real estate agent guy, Tony's tyre service guy. They all met up and had a little meeting with all the people with faces on their cars. Committed a crime. But how embarrassing is it going to be in jail for him? I guess at his sort of yard time, he'd probably take a bike 20 kilometers from the jail. But that's the thing, like, everyone's doing this, like, everyone's like taking the mickey, like the Crusaders, they were training down in Christchurch all together and stuff. And
I heard the guy say that it was just a coincidence, but I'm sure in the he goes, it was just a coincidence, we all just showed up at the same time, but I'm sure in the WhatsApp chat group they're all in I'm going to go down to the park to have training. I'm sure they all read it.
Yeah, and the WhatsApp group chat name was called Coincidence. Other teams have come out and said that they would never do that. Like Warriors, like they said that they would never do training. So
they should. And I don't even watch sports, but I think they should.
Also, I don't know if you guys saw this in the news as well. That there's a lion in Manhattan that's been tested positive for corona.
I just want to see the person who put the swab up the tiger's nose, see where his arm's at right now. Like, it would be great. Like, he's like, look, mate, just hold your head back. I just want to put a swab up your nose. And all of a sudden, there's a tiger running around the zoo with an arm with a swab just hanging off its nose. No, man.
So it's been found out that they've got COVID-19, right? So what are they going to do? Isolate the tiger now?
Yeah.
He's already in the zoo.
Yeah, he's already in the cage.
What if he didn't have it? They'd let him out. Like, what's the deal? Jacinda made that the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny is now a part of the essential services.
Yay!
That's great. Now all we have to do is let the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny know that they are allowed to do this. Because let me tell you, if I was the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy, knowing that humans had coronavirus, I'd be staying away.
Apparently,
I'd be coming up.
Oh yeah.
There's an entire race of people that have a disease that we don't have. Let's go get it.
Yeah, that's right.
Staying home.
Apparently, the Tooth Fairy is still paying out, but instead of for one tooth, she's doing it as a lump sum. So it's just you have to knock all your teeth out. It's $48. So for a 12-week period.
Nice, bro.
She'll be making a list of everyone that she's paid out, so everyone can look online.
I know.
Well, that puts a lot of pressure on the Tooth Fairy and the Easter
obviously
Bunny.
Not leaving cash under the pillow because we're a pointless society.
Yes. It's just pack and save vouchers.
Yeah. Well, what will happen is that
just masks and toilet paper. She's underneath your pillow.
Next Tuesday's COVID-19 meeting will be, okay, breaking news. The Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny have now tested positive for COVID-19.
Oh, no.
They're currently in quarantine.
Asking Easter Bunny, hey, how many people's houses did you come into contact with?
Yeah, calling the Easter egg hunter cluster.
Yeah. Hey, when we were younger and like the 6 o'clock news was it, or you had to like wait on a Saturday for Ready to Roll and it was on at 7 and you had to be in front of the TV?
Yeah.
Are you guys like that for the 1 o'clock news every day on either the radio or TV for Jacinda's announcement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes she's not there, so it kind of annoys me. I'm like,
So those 1 o'clock meetings when they do bring out the associate minister or the minister of health or wherever, you kind of know that today's not going to be the day they announce that we're out of lockdown. Like you can tell she's going to claim that.
Yeah. Like Star Trek,
Yeah.
When the main characters went down to the planet, you went, you're dead.
Yeah. It's exactly the same.
Are they going to run out of Portland Street, The Bachelor, Married at First Sight episodes? Because that seems to be keeping all the country going at the moment.
Oh,
well,
mate.
yeah. So they've shut it down. But here's the other problem I have. If we could do the clap at 7:30, that would help. Then I wouldn't miss the first 5 minutes of Shorty. That would be good. That would be really helpful.
So Taryn's using the clap as a clock. So he's keeping time to his TV schedule. What do you think about the Woman's Weekly and Homes and Gardens closing down, Taryn? I know you're a big connoisseur of those magazines.
Well, my biggest concern is that what I'm going to read at the doctor's surgery, but I think I'm safe for another 5 years because they're still 5 years behind. So come 2025, I'll get the 2020 edition of the Woman's Weekly. I'll be good. Because I'm not. That's the problem. So I've been churning through Netflix, churning through it like there's no tomorrow.
What's your top 5?
What's trending in the Mohanbhai household?
What's Taryn's top 5?
Do you know what the weirdest thing is? I don't know. If you guys have you guys watched Netflix lately at all? Have you? Yeah, so the minute I click on it, you know how they have like a movie that's been advertised, right? A movie or something that's new.
Yeah.
I've been having this Bollywood movie on my one, like being advertised at the top on the what do you call it? The banner.
Yeah.
Like, is that racist? Like, unless you guys have got the Bollywood movie as well.
No.
I didn't think so. So I'm like, what are they doing? That's not fair. Like, I don't really even want to watch that movie.
I've just got just loads of films about privilege.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Just.
Are you being naughty, Taryn? Have you got a different VPN? Have you changed yours to be all over the world? Naughty.
No. Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Because I don't see any Bollywood films in mine.
No.
There's heaps of Bollywood movies, but why is the recommendation for me, like, because my name's Mohanbhai, they've gone and put Indian movies up the top for me on my banner.
That's weird, because you'd think for you it'd be cooking with cinnamon.
How is that?
So very quickly, just to wind up, guys. One last thing. So Taryn, I'll go for you, Taryn, first. So Taryn, is there any things that have been happening out and about, like any trends that you've been noticing, not just obviously with yourself, but you've noticed other people getting doing in this point?
Yeah. So I've been going for walks in the morning, and people have been walking away from me, and I feel okay now, because people used to do it before when we weren't under lockdown. And now I feel like there's a reason, and I feel a little better. Like before, when people just walked away from me when I was coming towards them, it was kind of offensive. Now I feel like, well, there's a good reason. Yeah. And it makes me feel a little better. So my morning walks have become a little happier.
Cohen, have you noticed anything going on in your life?
No, just I played soccer with the kids at the local soccer park the other day. So what you've got to do is you've got to book, like almost like you get there, and if there's one end of the soccer field that's free with a net, you can use that end. And so you get what I call these kind of agitated kind of older people turning up in their cars, and both ends of the park are booked up by families, so they're waiting in their cars. And this one guy got out of his car, and he comes up to me as an older guy, and he had all the Phoenix gear on, but he was overweight, and he was so bad. And he goes, "How long are you going to be with the net?" And he was like 2 minutes away, and I said, "Oh, I don't know, maybe another 10 minutes." And he just goes, "Right, 10 minutes starts now."
Wow.
I was like, wow. Then,
that is... Mate, I reckon in
we went over 10 minutes. My kids are 10 and 7. And then he just starts lining up these soccer balls and shooting soccer balls at us in the goal. Yeah. I had to count to 10. And I said to the kids, "We'll go." And then my sons are calling me pussy, saying I got got a can of whoop ass by that guy.
Really?
I wanted to go and say something to him. I was like, I'm showing you guys how to be true gentlemen.
Well, that's the problem,
It's
though.
like,
But
not engage in that. And my 10-year-old's like, yeah, you're a pussy, man.
Yeah, but you have to say to your kids, listen, I can't do anything. He's the health minister of our country.
Oh, too good, bro. Too good. Too good.
Hey, boys, this has been really fun. I'm going to say goodbye. So, thank you. Thanks very much. We'll
Cheers, guys.
I'll share it with you guys, and we'll see you soon. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Stay safe. Cheers, boys.
Woo-hoo.
See you later. Cheers, boys.